There's another factor to this, which is Mino. Mino is not a factor for the way Pogba's viewed in France because he can't transfer to another. He's not going to sign a new contract with France. He's not going to transfer to another country. But we are in this situation now where he has a year left on his deal. I mean, there's a whole bunch of great players around Europe with a year left, from Cristiano to Varane. People are talking about the other ones. Is he going to resign? Is he going to move? What's he going to do? They're not talking about it with Pogba. I kind of feel, I was just thinking about this. It's odd. Here you have the most followed team in England. This is their most expensive player, perhaps, or definitely the most expensive player, one of their highest paid players. There's a year left on his contract. Solskjaer's only ever spoken highly of Paul Pogba, by the way. There's no talk about his contract. It's almost like people don't care what's going to happen. My gut instinct is that given the numbers involved, Pogba is going to stay and see out his contract and leave on a free in a year's time, unless he has a tremendous Euros and somebody goes nuts and
no one will come and buy him. So it's either they give him a new deal, and I guess that means a pay rise and whatever.
More money for Mino.
Yeah, or they won't. But I don't think anyone will come and buy him this summer. So he will see it out and then see what he does in a year's time, and we'll have plenty of options. He could still stay. He could leave. Big signing on fee. Big this, big that. More money for Mino. So, yeah, it's right. Although he spoke about it, we had a press conference with him, I think maybe on Monday. And the reaction to the piece that we wrote on ESPN about, just with his quotes, there was nothing. We have a few sources there telling, what the feeling is. But a lot of United fans were like, we can't lose him. A few said like, he needs a new deal, which I was a bit surprised. Others said, we can't let him go on a free. A lot of them said, well, clearly he's going to go on a free. He's going to just run out the contract like you just said. So it's really fascinating. There's one other thing, Gab, quickly to finish on Pogba. He had not done a press conference for France for ages until 2018. And that one day in Russia, when the press officer for France said, Paul Pogba is going to be the press conference, we were all like, oh, wow, really? And he came, and it was great for 25 minutes. And even him at the end said, that was good fun. I'll come back. And that, I think that has changed a lot of the perception that we had of him, that he had of us, that I think fans had with him. And certainly Deschamps has felt that after that day, it was a very different Pogba. Almost if like, he felt like almost relieved that actually he faced the media and things went well and there was no bad surprises or bad things. And certainly since that, he feels like his leadership has grown within the team, that his relationship with the media has certainly changed in France. So maybe it's also down to maybe speaking a bit more when with United, whether it's a flash interviews after a game, whether it's an interview to give to a newspaper or television or, whatever. And maybe that could help as well.
I've done 2 one-on-ones with Pogba over the years, but before he moved to United, obviously, because once you move to United, you're generally off limits.
Yeah.
And I have to say, he was incredibly charming, intelligent.
Great.
It was one of those things where, they're like, you have 20 minutes. And then like an hour later, he's still there chit-chatting.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.